just ahead on KSL Outdoors.
We test our turkey tactics with the guys from Intermountain Wind and Solar, plus
I caught a fish!
fishing with special needs kids.
I'm Adam Eakle, and KSL Outdoors starts right now.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Thanks for tuning in to KSL Outdoors. I'm Adam Eakle. You know, we're right in the middle of the turkey hunt back in Utah. A few weeks ago, my buddy Doug from Intermountain Wind and Solar called up and said, hey, do you want to go hunt turkeys on my family's property just north of the border in Idaho? I was like, yeah. So we grabbed a few friends and we came up here to the Shipley family property here just outside of Franklin to hunt some turkeys. Grabbed a guy from KSL who's never shot a turkey, hoping to use some of those turkey tactics I've learned from the Pritchett family over the years, put them to the test, see if we can get us some birds.
We're gonna go out there in the cold and hopefully find a few turkeys. We know their sign, we know they're around. It's just a matter of whether we can get them to come to us. So it should be pretty fun.
You guys have killed a few here in the past.
Yeah, there's plenty of turkeys around.
It's a cold morning as we settle in for a ride up the mountain to the blind that we set last night.
First turkey hunt.
With us is Alan Blackburn, our sales manager here at KSL, an outdoorsman who grew up in Alaska but has never hunted turkeys. The clearing we picked to hunt is fairly high on the hill. We set our decoys about 25 yards below us. The Pritchett boys have always hammered into me that you want to be above the birds while they are still in their roost. The idea of setting up above the birds is that it's hard to call them downhill. Wouldn't you know it? The birds are in their roost right above us, about 200 yards. Not what we expected. Hopefully, we have more birds below us. The forecast is for light precipitation. Not good, especially when that light precip turns into a blanket of snow. Turkeys tend to shut up and seek cover in weather like this. The deer, however, are out and giving our decoys a look. Finally, about midday, we get our first look at an Idaho turkey.
That's awesome.
This hen is a good sign. She ended up staying in our decoys for over an hour, something that I've never seen.
No, she's still hanging out. That's crazy. Maybe, I'm assuming the toms are a lot smarter. Because she is not very smart. It's a long time in a blind, but getting this close to that hen's worth it. I mean, I think we'll get something either later today or tomorrow for sure. They're around here. You can hear the toms.
We spent that night and the next day busting our hump without any chance at a bird. But as you know, that happens. Sometimes the fish don't bite and the turkeys don't come to a call. We did get a chance to meet some of the guys at Intermountain Wind and Solar, a bunch of good guys who work hard and play just as hard.
Done a lot of hunting, but never turkeys.
They're a little different.
Absolutely. They're a lot smarter than you give them credit for.
Yeah, they are. They got great eyesight. I always say if they could smell you, never kill them.
Yeah, I'm the type that likes to walk, and so it's really hard to just walk and kill turkeys. So I'm always trying to shoot at them while they're flying, and just obviously I'm not a good shot, so I haven't got one yet.
I think I work for a pretty good company, but I've yet to go to the boss's cabin and hang out for the weekend.
Yeah, I think it's great as far as they really create a good work-life balance. Obviously work hard and that's important, but it's also good to get out and get away from work for a minute and have a good time.
Well, your first day turkey hunting.
We saw turkeys.
We
just
did.
didn't see the right ones.
We heard a lot, too.
We heard them.
Yeah, lots of toms in the area.
It's the great thing about hunting. There's always another day.
Yeah, we got one more date up here, so hopefully our luck changes a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get them tomorrow. You got it.
More coming up here on KSL Outdoors in a moment, but first, let's check out this week's climate quiz question.
Our next stop is Willard Bay, where we hope to have a little more success than we did on our turkey hunt. You know, most people don't realize how big Willard Bay is. The 20-mile dike that surrounds Willard Bay holds at full pull over 10,000 acres of water from the Ogden and Weber rivers that is pumped out and used to irrigate farmlands during the summer. Our climate quiz question tonight is, who is the Willard Bay dike, or dam if you prefer, named after? Once you know the answer, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct answer, and while you're at it, give us a like. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our Facebook page the following week. The winner set to walk away with a Climate Static V sleeping pad. And our answer to last week's question, which was, what was the initial name given to the town of Vernal before it was renamed Vernal? The answer? Well, the area before Vernal was established was called the Bench and later known as the Ashley Center, before the post office gave it its official name of Vernal. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. We'll be right back.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Burt Brothers, Climate, Intermountain Wind and Solar, the Cabins at Bear River Lodge, Trax Power Sports Rentals, and Camp Chef.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. You know, after an uneventful turkey hunt, we thought we'd load up a few of the guys from Intermountain Wind and Solar and try our luck at Willard Bay, where the bite is just starting to pick up. So there's wipers, walleye, and crappie in here. And last year, we killed it on the crappie. So got a couple buddies out here. We'll go see how they're doing. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
We'll do it. Intermountain Wind and Solar has been in business since 2008. It all started when the Shipley family was building their cabin up in Idaho. They wanted to power the cabin off-grid, so they hired a solar contractor.
Our experience there just led us to believe that we could do it better. We came from a marketing sales background, and we teamed up with a strong installation team. And that's kind of how we got going.
IWS has grown to over 100 employees. Doug says what separates them from other solar companies is their experience when installing a solar system.
The panels have a 25-year warranty. Most inverters have a 25-year warranty. You can have a 25-year system, and it's the day of installation is probably the biggest impact to your system. Regardless of the financing, regardless of the price you paid, both very, very important. But the longevity of your system goes on the experience of those installing it.
At the Norton House this week, they were having solar installed that will supply them with 99% of their power needs.
We decided to go with them because they had their own installers. We also like the fact that they had the highest wattage panels that were available.
You know, I always thought that having solar panels on your roof meant that you had to have a bunch of batteries to store that energy. It turns out you can actually send power back to the power company and earn credit.
You're pushing power back onto the utility, and the power you push back you get credit for currently you get credit at the market rate, so at retail. And so what you would pay for that kilowatt hour, when you push it back to the utility, you get credit for it.
Better not be a carp. Back on the pond.
Nice one.
And Tyler is latched into a crappie.
Oh, that's a slug.
Wow.
You ever caught a crappie before?
No.
First one. Huh?
First crappie. They're pretty.
Crappie in.
Neat fish, aren't they?
Crappie. Yeah.
Show me what you got him on. Oh, Mr. Twister.
Minus the nugget.
Crappie! Oh, nice one. Oh, it's a smallmouth.
Oh, we're in them now, boys.
Look for panfish near the brush or inside the North Marina. The wiper bite was off a bit today, but my buddy Brett managed to find a fish.
We were just slow trolling a bobber with a jig about 6 to 9 feet underneath it, and using a little crappie nibble, tipping it with a crappie nibble.
So if you're looking for fish, head to Willard. The bite should start picking up as the weather warms. But be warned, the bugs are a little crazy this year. They're swarming.
Yep.
Next up, we're fishing with the kids at Salem Pond. But first, back to the guys at Fish Tech for tonight's fishing report.
Hey, George Summer here with Fish Tech Outfitters, and today we're talking about spring fishing for trout. We're going to go over how to use a power bait rig. One of the key things you're going to need is a swivel, and I like to use a barrel swivel, and that's just to keep your sliding outfit from going down to the bait. You got different kinds of hooks you can use, whether it's a bait holder hook. A lot of people like to use treble hooks for power bait. This is a good one. You want something that's going to allow that power bait to float with this outfit. Power bait's key, and then how to get it out there. You can use a standard egg sinker. You can use these water weighted floats. You can either fill them up with water. Some people like to put sinkers in these, or you've got an all-in-one unit here. You don't need to add anything to it. It provides the correct sinking and rate of fall. Now the key thing here is that this outfit slides. So you see I've got my main line going here. I've got the weight, I've got a swivel here, and then to my hook. When you're floating power bait, it's got to be in the zone for the fish. So I've got about 12 inches a leader here, and you'll vary that depending on whether there's weed growth. You maybe make it a little longer, a little shorter if the fish are right on the bottom. For those people that don't like to get their hands in the power bait, get a little scoop. Don't overlook eggs as a way to do it. A floating egg is another good way to use this rig to be effective and catch fish in the spring. For tips and techniques like these and many others, stop in and see us at Fish Tech Outfitters. And now for tonight's fishing line.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. I'm Adam Eakle. Well, we came to Utah County for an event that's been going on for 26 years. The entire county looks forward to it, as do we. A chance to come out and fish with the kids.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Ready to go fishing?
Yeah.
We are at Salem Pond in Salem, Utah, and we're doing the Kids with Disability Fishing Day.
You want one?
We've got lots of schools from all over Utah County and some adult groups fishing with us.
We started with 15 kids, and now last year we had almost 1,500. These kids with disabilities are sort of in a little box and confined to some of their abilities to be able to do, and hopefully we take them out of that box and let them experience something we as sportsmen like to do, which is fish and hunt. So we take them out and let them have that opportunity. And the excitement we see with them is 10 times the excitement we get is catching a fish.
I caught a fish. Do you want to keep it?
You want to keep it?
Yes.
What do you guys get out of this?
Oh, just a lot of enjoyment. It's just a lot of satisfaction. You know, seeing these kids have a great time. It's really a pleasurable thing to watch.
They get to experience nature a little bit in a way that they probably haven't experienced before, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful activity for our kids.
You got one?
Yes.
And he looks forward to it. It's the highlight of the year.
I got one.
It always kind of gets me choked up, just the response that you get from other people. Because it's an everyday thing for me, but it's amazing to me how many people reach out and want to just,
And then just yank up.
make one of these kids smile.
We have Fresh Market supply the food.
Is that pretty cool though?
We have Home Depot help out, Sportsman's Warehouse, Cabela's, the Division of Wildlife, Sportsman for Fish and Wildlife. Everybody's involved. Once they get involved, they call me and want to know when it is next time.
Their division supplies fishing poles and fish.
Sportsman's does a lot with this. Mike Fisher has been involved with this, I believe, for about 17 years, and so he's really what's gotten us into it.
I think you got one. Let's see.
It's such a good opportunity for these kids, you know, something different for them, get them out of the classroom and get out and experience what we have to offer around here.
Keep going. You got it. Keep going.
The thing that's neat is some of them, it's opened the door to where they enjoy fishing as a family. They see it's something they can do, so they go out and do it again as a family.
Holy cow.
I got fish!
Boy, it sure warms your heart to see these kids come out here and catch fish. 26 years and going strong. You know, if you or maybe your company wants to get involved, go ahead and give the guys, Kevin and the boys there at King's Camo, a call. I'm sure they could hook you up, get you out here, help you get some of these kids out fishing. Hey, more coming up here on KSL Outdoors in a moment, but first, down a different trail in tonight's Utah Field Guide.
The tiger muskie is one of the largest, one of the most aggressive, and no doubt, one of the hardest fighting fish we have here in Utah. Tiger muskie are a sterile hybrid cross produced in a hatchery between a northern pike and a muskie with characteristics of both parents. Tiger muskie have an elongated, torpedo-like body. They are easily distinguished between a northern pike by the notable green vertical bars along its sides. The tiger muskie program has been a boon to Utah fisheries management. The Utah DWR began stocking tiger muskie into Utah waters back in the mid to late 1990s. Tiger muskie grow to be very large and they are extremely effective predators. The tiger muskie's predator skills have enabled it to drastically reduce populations of stunted perch and other panfish in several of Utah's waters. Because they are a hybrid, they do not spawn, allowing biologists to manage their numbers and their impact. Recently, the DWR released thousands of 2-inch tiger muskie fry into Cottonwood, Bullock, Pineview, and Joes Valley reservoirs. These reservoirs also happen to be some of the best places to catch a muskie. If you do catch one of these big fish, be sure to handle it properly. You want a good-sized landing net. I prefer one with a rubber net. Leave the fish in the water and remove the hook with long-nosed pliers. If you do decide to bring the fish out of the water, hold it by the gill cover with one hand and support the belly with the other hand. Take a picture and release it to fight another day. Regulations differ on some of the reservoirs where you'll find muskie, so check the proclamation and rules before you head out.
You know, for the end of April, I sure didn't expect 3 inches of snow today. I sure hope all of this snow, the water, doesn't come all down at once when we hit 90 degrees here in May. Let's find out that recreation forecast so you can figure out your next outdoor adventure by turning it over to the guys and gals in the weather department. Well, welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Back here on the turkey hunt, we're just checking out Doug's brand new 2017 Ford Raptor. This thing, leaner and meaner. They've obviously got that new military grade aluminum, about 1,000 pounds lighter and 450 horsepower. Someday this will be the new outdoors truck. Hey, don't forget, if you're looking for some ideas for to get your family into the outdoors, don't forget to check our outdoors calendar page at ksltv.com.
This week we want to tell you about a chance to give back to some boys who have been giving back for quite some time. You know, over the years we've had the opportunity to watch the Twin Territory boys grow up. AJ, Jace, and Cameron have had a mission of getting kids outdoors, and it's been a huge success. Now they're hoping for some help to keep up their great work. On Saturday, June 3rd, they are hosting their Get Off the Couch fundraising event up in Camas at the DeJoria Center. They'll have an archery shoot, some catch and release fishing on the 3-acre pond, as well as booths, raffles, and silent auctions. And to top the night off, they'll be showing the Montana Fly Fishing Film Tour. For more information and to help these boys out, check out their website at twinfund.org. Great kids with a great future ahead of them. Time now to turn it over to you for the best of the week, our snapshot of the week. We kick it off with a trip to the Tetons. Drew and his wife went on safari up to Wyoming and saw moose, countless elk, and bighorn sheep. But the highlight of the trip, Drew says, was a grizzly they spotted that is known as Bigfoot. Drew says the bear was too far for a picture, so he went for the next best thing. After a discouraging day on the opening day of the turkey hunt, sisters Cadence and Briley Brown were able to fill their turkey tags on the second morning with a couple of cool jakes. Their dad James and family friend Austin helped them fill their tags, but more importantly, they made some great memories to last a lifetime on the girls' first turkey hunt. Check out 8-year-old Sydney as she struggles to hold up her first ever Laker, this 19-pound beast she caught back in April at the gorge. Wendy says, check out the length of that fish, almost as big as Sydney's smile. Brecken and Kaysen were able to fill their turkey tags with the help of their dads. A proud papa moment for sure. Passing the torch to young hunters is what it's all about. Cade says the boys had a blast, sleeping in the wall tent, blowing turkey calls, driving dad nuts by the way, and throwing a million rocks is a memory Cade hopes these boys never forget. But our winner tonight captured a couple of twins in full spawning colors. This is Utah residents Kyle and Jared with a couple of nice steelhead bucks they caught on their fly rods back in April on a trip to the Salmon River. Bob says the twin bucks were chasing hens in the river, producing a very adventurous week of hunt and hook. A cool, colorful shot, Bob, and now you guys have some new cookware to take with you to Idaho, as you just won our snapshot of the week. Remember, submit your pictures or video plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins the new Pro 60X 2-burner stove with two 30,000 BTU burners and matchless ignition. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
From quality outdoor cooking stoves to barbecue boxes, Dutch ovens and cast iron, coolers, even a kitchen pantry. Do it all with Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
Well, those little turkeys, man, they're frustrating birds to hunt.
Yeah, they're smart.
That's why they call it fishing and hunting. Sometimes the fish don't cooperate and sometimes the turkeys don't come. It's not called catch and kill, it's fish and hunt.
I wish it were, but.
Yeah. Well, good time. Hey, it was a pleasure meeting you guys. Good crew. A lot of fun guys.
Yeah, good guys. We try and protect our culture, you know. It's something that we like and we enjoy, and we try and make sure everyone enjoys working here.
Yeah, you can tell that some of those guys are really passionate about hunting.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a good group.
Yeah. Hey, and also if people are interested in seeing if solar's right for them, again, how do they find that out?
You know, probably the easiest way for them is just go right to our website at imwindandsolar.com. There's a calculator there. They can show what they want to offset. You know, it'll tell them how big of a system they need, and we'd be happy to give them a free quote.
Okay. Well, my wife's been talking about it. She may be giving you a call here real
Let
soon.
me know.
All right. Hey, I'm Adam Eakle, KSL Outdoors. Reminding you to get out with your family, your friends, and make some memories like a tough turkey hunt in Idaho outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.